So I'm not nearly as charismatic or witty as Mike is. And this table's giving me really awful advice about speeches. But I am so glad to be here, and I'm so honored that Courtney picked me among many of these other great people here to be part of her special day. I want to be as big part of this as you have been in my life. Courtney is absolutely amazing. I discovered shortly after moving in with her that she is very caring, non-judgmental, which is very important to me, and has an amazing sense of humor, which many would describe as groan-worthy and full of fun, but matches really well with my own, so I appreciate it. So I met her when we were looking for a place in Richmond. We both were hired by Capital One and were brought together through Capital One email list. She had emailed me with looking for a roommate. And really appreciate the camera work, by the way. So she was working for Capital One and looking for a roommate. Check. Was okay with cats. Check. Because I have one. And was a Midwesterner. Triple check. Because I too am from the Midwest, from Chicago. Spent a couple of years on the East Coast and really needed some of that good Midwestern personality around me. When we were first moving in, she was very detailed. Those of you who know Courtney know that she likes to plan. She had utilities turned on before I even knew what apartment we were living in. It was really detailed. Even for this wedding, those of you who've gotten the emails know that she planned very thoroughly. There is an emergency kit downstairs that has like 73 items on it. She researched every possible thing someone might need during a wedding and planned for that. So part of that I've discovered has come from her love for the people around her and wanting to really cherish them. Courtney also loves birthdays, if you haven't noticed. I know during my first year there at Capital One, she planned an amazing birthday bash, which is way beyond what I would have planned for myself. Usually it's just a like, tick on the wall in terms of me growing a year older. And it mattered a lot to me and made me feel really special. So in terms of caring for people, in terms of my own relationship with Courtney, I know that birthday's a big thing. I'm sure many of you have experienced that. She makes a big deal out of it. Even this year, she drove the 2 hours from the Northern Virginia area to Richmond and just spend a day with me and hang out. And after she moved was when I really discovered that she cared so much and would put that much effort into the people around her and the people she cared about. I was training for a half marathon. I didn't run before I met Courtney. She introduced me to running. Running was kind of horrible. She made it better. And while I was training for that, she also traveled the 2 hours down to run 10 miles with me. Like, if that's not commitment to friendship, I don't know what is. I think there was one day, I was just having a really particularly very good, horrible, very bad day. And I called her up. I was upset. We've all had those days, I'm sure. She dropped everything and drove down to Richmond to hang out with me. And so just knowing that Courtney is so wonderful and spends so much effort taking care of those around her, I was really glad when she met Jimmy. Because Jimmy, as we can all tell, cares so much for Courtney and makes her so happy. Even just walking around today, you could tell in the way that he, walks next to her and has her hand on her back and is taking care of her, that he just loves her so very much. And I've seen it. Courtney and I lived together for a year up in Northern Virginia, and Jimmy was there a lot, which is good. And I've just seen it time and time again that he goes out of his way for the little things for Courtney. Even at your Virginia wedding celebration party, and the plants were in her way, he got down and blocked those plants so he wouldn't rub against her and make her dirty while she was walking. And so I'm so glad that she has found you. That and your family makes amazing baklava. It's another big plus. I need the recipe. And so I hope that you two make each other as happy in the future as I've seen you make each other to date. So to Courtney and Jimmy.
Cheers.
Woo! Yay!
Good job.